I mean, really, come on. Honestly now, who throws a shoe? Oh, there you go. Okay, for those of you people just getting here, this right here is being shared live on YouTube. All right, #1 gift bag. Thank you there, Mr. Fascinating Football Videos. You sent me a rose. How lovely. Yes, indeed. Go away, kid. You bother me. All right, anyway. So, here we go. I like it. I do. GPS looks pretty good. Okay, now, 4-day bottom right here. 4-day bottom. So, is Monday going to be an up day? I don't know. Really, I don't. But do I like the gap at 2077? Well, look at the top. The top is right here. It keeps going down, 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 down. We got a 4-day bottom. That's good enough for me. I'm going to write that down, and I'm going to circle it for Monday. GPS circled. What? Adam, you heard me. GPS Monday. Nice. Okay, so here's the thing. Now, at 2077, which is the purchase price, 2077, the closest strike price, okay? The closest strike price is the 21. And the 21 is selling for, at this moment in time, 42. So let's do, that's 2%. Yeah, 2% right off the bat. Okay, so you take your 42 cents divided by 20.77, and that equals 2.02%. LA, we haven't looked at the EX date yet. This is just L threw this up here, so we're just taking a look at it. Don't know when the EX date is. We'll take a look at that in a second. But here's the thing. It's at 2077 now. If it hits 21 by Friday, not only do you collect a 2% for the premium, you also collect the difference, which is 23 cents, between the strike price, which is 21, and the purchase price, 20.77. That's an additional 1%. That's a possible 3% trade for next week. We call that a double play. Now, let's see where the dividend is for GPS. The 9th. Dude, that was a couple of weeks ago. On the expiry date, the sale call still open, and the stock price below the buy price. What next? Well, the markets got to go back to rule number 1 and rule number 2. Rule number 1 is never buy something you don't want to hold long term. Okay? Okay? Never buy something you don't want to hold long term. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. So if it's below the strike price, you just take it into next week and sell another premium against it. But where does the dividend come in if you're only holding the week and it goes over the strike? Well, Michael, okay, where the dividend comes in is right here. Hold on, I'm going to show you really quickly. Holy cow. All right, there we go. That works. All right, let's get out of this and go right here. Okay, see this right here, Mike? This is called a EX dividend calendar. Oh, it's only if we end up holding it and we get the dividends. There you go. Now, if I buy it, Caterpillar right here on the 19th. Okay, if I like Caterpillar, I'm not going to buy it the week of the 19th. No, I'm going to buy it 2 weeks before, which is the week of the 1st. Okay? No need for the dividend if you're getting 2% on the week. That's absolutely correct. However, I like jumping in 2 weeks before because the stocks have a tendency to go up just before the EX date. Okay, so if I buy it and it goes up, I get out with my 1%, and then I go on to the next one. Because look what I'm looking at this week, and then the next week, and then the next week, and then the next week. Okay, you got Comcast, Bristol Myers Squibb, J.P. Morgan, Cisco, McKinnon. Is that McKinnon or is that Mackin? What is that? MKC. Oops, hold on. McCormick. Oh, they make the spices. You know, those red and white metal tin spices. So McCormick. So the next week we have MasterCard, AT&T, Verizon, General Dynamics, AbbVie, PNC Bank, Abbott Labs, General Electric, and Hormel. Come on, you know all these companies. After that, Procter & Gamble, Caterpillar, Clorox, Lowe's, Kinder Morgan. You've heard of all these. Never sell at a loss. That mentality has bankrupted many individuals and institutions. Maddie, babe, you're back again. Way to go. No need for the dividend correct. Okay, anyway, Abbott Labs already reported. Yeah, probably did. Okay, never sell at a loss. Hey, not a problem. Okay, but I like that philosophy. Never buy something you don't want to hold long term. Never sell at a loss. Make sure it has 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options. And then check the numbers, make sure they work. That's it. Pretty interesting. What if the Fed raises interest rates? Well, let me ask you a question. If Fed raises interest rates, do you decide not to go to work? Okay, now you have millions upon millions of people here in the United States. Do you think if the Fed increase the interest rates, we're all going to just stop working? Doesn't work that way. Michael Osha, this is where I'm selling month out with expiry after divid, where they usually go down. So keep. Yeah, I prefer not to get even close to the dividend date. I don't. Stocks have a tendency to go down right after the dividend date. Fundamentals don't matter here. Maddie, babe, you're catching on. Keep the stock. Well, of course you keep it. Why would you buy something you don't want to keep? Where can I learn and start trading? So now I understand better. Well, there you go. Okay, look at only the good. I only look at the good quality stocks. Comcast, they had 65 million customers. 65 million customers. Comcast, 65 million customers. Bristol Myers Squibb, in business over 100 years. JP Morgan, over 100 years. Cisco, over 100 years. McCormick, over 100 years. MasterCard, AT&T, Verizon, General Dynamics. Why wouldn't I want to buy one of these companies and hold on to them? Okay, but I would prefer to buy them, collect 1% and say, great, thank you very much. See you again in 90 days. You can sign up to trade with us in the mornings. Yeah, Ellie trades with us in the mornings. Where can I learn stock trading? Well, here we go, right here. You come up here to where it says Dividend Stock Talk, right there on my bio. Okay, you click on the 10-minute trade. Where is it? And that will bring you to this website right here. All right, Michael, I'm glad it makes sense. Here where it says the10minutetrader.com. Now, you got to be careful because there's 22 people pretending to be me. Okay, so once you get to the 10-minute trader, you'll see a video of me. Okay, basically. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk. I'm going to show you 3 quick steps in order to get you safe, secure, predictable, and consistent returns per week using nothing but pre-qualified dividend stocks. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Okay, sounds familiar. And then here's another one. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stock. Same thing. So, this right here, this link, Trading Live Online, that takes you to my Patreon page, which is where we meet up every morning with a Zoom call, and you get to see my account. Okay? My account looks basically just like this. Okay, we make our trades on a daily basis. Whoops. Okay, these are the positions I currently have at this moment in time. Where are they? Right there. Albemarle, JD, Macy's, and New York Credit Bank, something like that. Okay, every morning, 9:15 to 10:15. Ask any question you like. If you want to know how to trade, ask. It's pretty simple. What I do ask, however, is you have a Thinkorswim trading account opened up. Makes it so much easier for everyone. Like to see you again in 90 days if you get called out. Okay, but make sure you tell James that's funny. All right, Macy's going bankrupt in the future? Well, here's the thing about Macy's. Macy's been in business for over 100 years. They had an offer, a buyout offer about a month or so ago, and Macy's says no. You want to take us private? We'll just buy all our shares back. And they wanted to buy back the shares at 24. I'm perfectly good with that. So I couldn't tell you if Macy's is going bankrupt. Okay, they've been paying their dividend for 50 consecutive years and increasing every single day. What do I think about Tesla? No. Don't get me wrong, it's a great idea. However, a couple of things I don't like about Tesla. Number one, it takes too long to charge. Number two, okay, what if I want to go more than 500 or 600 miles in a day? Okay, number three, it's connected right to the internet. If someone who don't like you wants to get into your car and do weird things, you have no control over it. It's electronic. Okay, number four, costs way too much money. Number five, it's not green at all. It takes more money, more energy, more everything to make one of those electric cars. And the stock does not pay a dividend. Do you mean the buyback? Well, yes, they had an offer for the buyback on Macy's the 24th. Should I sell? I have no idea what we're talking about there, Nybear Jones. I don't know. What are you talking about? Should I sell? I have no idea what you're talking about. Ellie Soundways, how does that work? Yeah, okay. Oh, the stock. I can't tell you that. I don't give anybody advice. I look at numbers. I'm strictly a numbers person. Okay, I don't do Tesla because it doesn't pay dividends. If the stock goes down, what are you getting? You're not getting anything. What's X's are coming up? Oh, Seth. No, I mean, how does the buyback work? Oh, for Macy's? No. That was just a threat. Okay, some big investors came in and they wanted to buy out Macy's and take them private. And Macy's says, oh, hell no. Okay, we will buy back our shares at $24 a share. We have no interest in going private. Okay, what are beginner tips for getting into dividend investing? Liam, you ready? Here's my tips. Never buy something you do not want to own long term. Never sell at a loss. Make sure it has 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options. That's four awesome tips right there. Why would someone want to buy them out? Well, have you ever heard of Rayovac, Duracell, Wrigley's Gum, Snickers candy bars, Fruit of the Loom? Have you ever heard of any of those companies? Why can't you buy any of those? Buy any of that stock? The reason why you can't buy any of that stock, because Warren Buffett owns them all. Okay, you take a good, decent company that has good profits and has good management and it's just a good, freaking good company, people just want to own it so they can get all the profits for themselves. Why do you think Warren Buffett owns Fruit of the Loom, Duracell, Rayovac, what other ones? Wrigley's Gum, Mars, Bars. Why do you think he owns them? Because it's a good company and it's run well and he gets these nice profits. That's why people want to take them private. But Macy said, nope, we don't want you taking it private. If we have to, we'll buy back the shares ourselves. Kind of makes me think Macy's has the money somewhere if they can afford to buy back the shares at $24 a share. Anyway, let's get back to what we're talking about. GPS. I like GPS. But before we do anything with GPS, let's take a look at the seasonality. See what it normally does this time of year. Now, for those of you that are new here, the blue line represents the movement for this year. Okay, the blue line represents movement this year. The red line represents 10 years of average movement. That's 10 years. That's 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. Hey, Margarita, whatever. But anyway, yeah, the red line represents 10 years of movement, where the blue line represents just this year. So let's take a look at the next 2 weeks, because that's all I'm interested in. I hope that answered your question. Yeah. All right, so the next 2 weeks for the gap, where do we get to buy these stocks for dividend-paying companies? Ooh, that is an interesting question. Well, here's the thing. Who manages your money? Because as adults, we contribute to society by going to work to contribute to society, to make a product, to earn money, to pay our bills, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. Well, when you get paid on a weekly basis, what do you do with it? Okay, do you spend it? Do you pay your bills? Do you invest it? And if you invest it, where do you invest it? Some people buy cars, some people buy stamps, some people buy coins, some people buy real estate, some people buy art, some people buy stocks, some people buy bonds, some people buy land. There's a lot of stuff you can do with your money because eventually we're all going to get old and we're going to need to have a little bit of a savings to take care of us when we can't work anymore. If you buy Mondays, what day do you decide which stocks you will be selecting? Mondays? Kind of makes sense, right? Okay, the way that the trading group works is we jump in Monday morning, okay? Now, I've been doing this long enough. I can take a look at a week. Okay, let's say hypothetically we're looking at week number 2. Week number 2, we have MasterCard, AT&T, Verizon, General Dynamics, AbbVie, Abbott Labs, General Motors, Hormel, and PNC Bank. We'll take a look at each one of those and find out which one is the best. Okay? And whatever one's the best, that's the one we buy. Because do all of them work all the time? No, they don't. However, it may not work this week, but it may work in another 90 days. Because we're in week number 3 of the second quarter, or week 16 for the year. There's 52 weeks in a year. We're in week 16. Monday starts week 17, or week number 4 for the second quarter. Okay, so I will go in to my little watch list, and I will pull it up by the week. Okay, I have certain stocks on the week of the 17th week of the year. I've been doing this long enough. I have a list of stocks that I look at for the 17th week of the year. And we start at the first one. We go through all the numbers, all the charts, just like you see me do here. Okay, when I pull up a stock, do you own any shares in Chevron? I don't think so. Because, like I said, I do it for CVH. Or is it CHV? Nope. CVX. Okay. So, CVX does not have its dividend this quarter. I mean, this week. Okay? It doesn't have its dividend this coming week. Not in March. Not in February. Oh, there it is in February. It is 1, 2, 3. It's the 3rd week of February. But you don't have time to do all the research on the numbers Monday morning, do you? By chance, I do. I do. All right, so I'll give you a quick example. Hold on a second. A little itch right there. Okay, so let's take a quick gander. Quick gander. ADM. ADM is up for consideration next week. All right. Now, I'll take a look at the 10 stocks, right? I'll show you how quick it is. All right. 3rd week in May, ADM. Okay, I want to make sure that's up for consideration. 3rd week. Okay, fine. Next thing I want to do is I want to put it in. Okay. First thing I want to do is I want to check the numbers. Very first, really quick. 62.70. The closest the closest strike price is going to be 63. The 63 is going for 60 cents. That's a no. There you go. It's not 1%. It's less than 1%. This guy's asking, are you his father? I have no idea who that is. I know who my children are, and my children don't watch this. They don't for some strange reason. Okay, my son watches me on Facebook. I used to get really good dividends from Cornerstone, and dividend went down by 1/3. I have no idea what who Cornerstone is. Okay, if it doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends, I don't even bother with it. Okay, so ADM. No, it's less than 1%. Okay, so let's go look at another one. Target. Okay, we all like Target. PGT. Okay, 168.30. The 170s. All right, 168. Crap. I gotta do some math. Damn it. All right. Clear that out of the way. Okay, so 168, the closest one is going to be the 170. That's less than 1%. However, I want to check out the 167.50s. The 167.50 is going for 256. Okay, now if I buy it at 168.30, I'm losing 80 cents. Okay, do we see that? Okay, purchase price 168.30. The strike price 167.50. What's the difference between 167.50 and 168.30? 80 cents. Okay, so I take the premium, 256, and I subtract 80 cents from it. So 256 subtract 80 cents, 176. That is over 1%. Great. So Target's going to give me a 1%, and it's going to be one strike in the money, which I love. Let me go on a little bit further. I got what you can't buy right now, health, and $1 billion. Oh, Jake, I got that also. Okay, but I'm 60 years old. Okay, eventually you'll be 60 also. Okay, so let me go back to what do we call it? Oh, wait a minute. What was that actual number? Okay, so at 176, and the purchase price is going to be 165. Sorry, 167.50 because we already subtracted that out of that. So that's 1.05%. Okay, 1.05% for Target. Now, let's take a look at the charts to make sure that's okay. Now, first thing, what did we... I missed someone's questions. Ooh, okay. A year ago today, Target was at 161.59. I don't even have to look at the bottom. I know what the bottom was. 102. I had it when I was at the bottom. 102.76. Okay, then last 90 days, right there, 90 days ago today, PLTR. We'll take a look at that. Just hold tight there, Adam. Or Alam, is that right? Alam doesn't pay dividends. Well, that one's off the list. Oh, PLTR doesn't pay dividends. Okay, we'll cross that one off. Okay, so 90 days ago, okay, 90 days ago, January 19th, that was the bottom of the year, okay? Sorry, bottom of the 90-day period, sorry. And that was 135.80, okay? Now, she goes up, gaps up, hits a 90-day top, okay? The 90-day top was 180, look at that right there. 90-day top, 181.86. Okay, so last 30 days. 30 days. Ooh, this looks nice. I like this. I do, really. Target is coming up in the next 2 weeks. Or next 3 weeks, sorry. 30 days. With the power of compound interest, if you actually just lived longer, you'd make more money. Wow. That's, okay. So 30 days ago, we opened up at 167.07. 2 weeks later, we're at our 30-day high, okay? 30-day high on the 1st of April, okay? 181.86. Okay, 2 weeks later, we have our 30-day bottom. That was on Tuesday, the 16th. That was 162.21. So remember when I tell you what I like about looking at the charts? Okay, 30-day high. Okay, great. 30-day bottom. 2 days to the upside after a 30-day bottom. It's a perfect that's a perfect buying opportunity, light beacon, like buy me, buy me, buy me. Okay, so you got your profit taken off the 30-day high, brings down to the 30-day bottom, up 2 days, jump on in on Monday, That thing has, look at how much space it has between 168 and 182. Okay, this is a 30-day bottom right here. 30-day tops here. You have plenty of space to make that 1%. Say thank you very much and move on to the other one. Target looks good. So let's take a look at seasonality first before you jump the gun here, Seth. Okay, before you jump the gun. Seasonality. What does seasonality mean? What does a stock normally do this time of year? Now, Seth, I don't know if you can see this, but look where it is right now. Okay, what happens in the next couple of weeks? Based on history. Now, that's not guaranteed. That's just what it does normally over the last 10-year period. Now, ask yourself a question. Do you like Target that much? I mean, last year, the year before, 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 you add it all up together. This is what it does. It has its bottom of the year right there. That's right around the corner. Okay, don't get me wrong. I like Target. Okay, I usually buy Target every year, but I'm more apt to buy it in the third quarter. Okay, third quarter or the fourth quarter. Okay, we're in the second quarter. Okay, the second quarter ends right here. Okay, this is the end of the second quarter, right where that line is. So what comes next? Third quarter. Look at that. I like Target. Don't get me wrong. Nice premiums, nice dividend. But historically speaking, TJT might be a trap. Well, that's just my personal opinion. Okay, I could be wrong, and I have been wrong once or twice, or maybe more. I don't know. But that's how I look at the numbers. Okay, I look at the numbers first. Where are they? Look at the numbers first. Okay, it's paying over 1%. Great. Okay, 1-year chart looked good. 90-day chart looked good. 30-day chart looked awesome. But the seasonality, no. So that's 3 out of 4. That's not meatloaf. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But yeah, this is 3 out of 4 ain't bad. Yeah, no, that's just me. Okay, that's a red flag for me. But if you like it, hey, more power to you. Okay, so let's take a look at another one. Wait a minute. Let's take a look at C. Because somebody wanted to take a look at Citibank. Is Citigroup, Citibank, same thing. All right, first thing I want to see, okay? First thing I want to see, look, high of the year, low of the year, where was it a year ago, where is it now? Okay, then I want to take a look at this. 59.19, the closest one is going to be 59. The 59 is going for 92 cents. Now, I am going to take off 19 cents off of it, but even if I take the 19 cents off, I'm still over 1%. Okay, great. Now let's look at the numbers. Okay, now, first thing, 1-year chart. What do I want to see? High, low, where was it? Where is it? That takes less than 2 seconds. Okay, high, low, where was it? Where is it? Okay, now I want to take a look at the actual numbers. Come on. Time for a new mouse. Okay, a year ago today, 49.49. The bottom of the year, which was the end of October, 38.22. It finished off the year at 52. Last 90 days, right there. 90 days ago was the 90-day bottom, right there. 90-day bottom. Slow escalate. Well, quickly jumped up, pulled back, then slow escalation to the high. And she pulls back again. I like it. I like the 1 year. I like the 90-day. I mean, that looks good. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Okay, pretty good. AVGO. AVGO. Okay, AVGO. Pretty good. We'll take a look at AVGO in a minute or two, or 3 or 7. Hey, people over here at Instagram joining us. Hi. Hi over there on Instagram. Okay, so that being said, 90 days ago was the 90-day bottom at 51.95. MS, Morgan Stanley. Okay, LA Soundwave, it's not fair. You actually have the list. Okay, don't be sharing that list with everybody. It took me years to get it. Tesla is a no. Tesla does not pay dividends. Tesla is a no for me. Not telling everyone else no. I'm just saying for me, it is a no. Okay. 90-day bottom, 22nd. Okay, she jumps on it. Secretary, what stock are you showing right now? Citigroup. Big fat C. Tesla's overrated. Kinda is, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, so 90 days ago, we're at the bottom at 91.90. Wait a minute, 51.95. Okay, we're looking at Citigroup. Citigroup. Okay, now, a week later, we jumped on up. We're at the 90-day bottom at 51.95. We jumped on up to 58. Drop back down. What's your Instagram account under? I could not find you there. Oh, Instagram is the 10-minute trader. Because I've had Instagram for a long time. I had Instagram longer than TikTok. Veronica. If you want to find the Instagram, Veronica, if you come up here to the bio, right, the link in my bio, it goes to the 10-minute trader. Okay, you go to the 10-minute trader, and the 10-minute trader has all my social media. Okay, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, podcast, LinkedIn, Patreon, TikTok, live on YouTube, and all the books written by James. James is on book number 14. Seasonality. We're going to get there in a second. Hold on, Seth. Okay, so we want to look at the 90-day. This is the 90-day right here. It looks pretty good. Okay, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, and here's where it is. All right, so the last 30 days. I'm going to do the 30 days first, dude. 30 days ago, Citigroup opened up at 58.49. A couple weeks later, she has the 30-day high. I love this chart. Look at it. Isn't that like pretty? Okay, 30 days ago, runs up to a 30-day high. What do you get with a 30-day high? You have investors saying, that's too much money. Let's take out our profits. Exactly what they did. Took out the profits. A little bit of bounce right there. Back up. Bounce again. Back down. And here's our 30-day bottom. And we have 3 days to the upside. I love 3 days to the upside. Now, there's a couple of things we need to think of. Okay? Number one, what does it normally do this time of year? I have about 8 long positions now. Hope some of them clear out next week so I can buy some new. Well, buddy, it's not always buying new positions. It's how much are you collecting on your current positions. Okay? Now, if you have a couple of positions that you have questions about, we'll take a look at them and see what the numbers look like. But Monday is a new day. We find out what our numbers look like come Monday. Now, I haven't done my numbers yet, to be totally honest with you. Today's Saturday. Options expired this afternoon. So I'm all cashed out. So whatever I'm into, and I will find out that on Monday. Because I really don't, believe it or not, I really don't look at my accounts over the weekends. 0.3 to 0.6 for this week coming up. Okay. It's better than holding and getting nothing. It's also better than selling at a loss. And you got to remember the cow analogy. If your cows give you a gallon of milk when you first get it, and it's got to get it custom, get it adjusted, and then you only get a half a gallon, is what it is. Well, Citigroup does look good. All right. So for the next 2 weeks, okay, right now with the 19th, the 26th is going to be right there. So that's a little bit to the upside. Okay, from where we are here on the 20th to the 26th, that's a little bit to the upside, just a little bit. After that is a bigger jump. I have no problem whatsoever. So I like the 1 year, I like the 90, I like the 30, I like the seasonality. Okay, and let's take a look at the numbers, because I'm pretty sure the numbers were favorable. Okay, so at 59.19, all right, see the strike prices right here. Okay, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. Okay, great. If I'm buying it at 59.19, the closest strike price is the 59. And the 59 is going for 92 cents a share. Now, I'm losing 19 cents right off the top because I'm buying it at 59.19. Okay, I'm selling it for 59, the 59 strike price. That's going for 92 cents. Okay, so let's get my calculator. Okay, clear that. We get the 92 cents. We're going to subtract the 19 cents I'm losing right off the top. Okay, 0.19. And that tells me how much I'm actually profiting for the week. How do you buy and hold for 90 to a year? I don't. I don't. Longest I've ever held anything was 9 months. That's it. What time Monday is best to buy? Well, Seth, I buy first thing in the morning, as soon as the market opens. Okay, as soon as the market opens, the market maker posts his numbers, so I can check the numbers. Okay, it doesn't take long to check the numbers. Okay, 59.19 to 59 is going for 92. That's way over 1%. That's all it is for me. That's all. It's over 1%. I'm good. Okay, I already like the company because it's already on my list. If it wasn't on my list, it wouldn't be consideration. Okay, see all these stocks right here that you guys have me look up? Okay, you guys rattle off stocks all night long. 98% of all of this, I never buy. I never buy. Why? Because I've been doing this long enough. I know what works for me. Citigroup is on my list. I don't know if it's on my list for next week, but it is on my list. So let's find out if Citigroup is on the list for next week. It is on the list for next week. Okay, see where it is? May 3rd. Okay, we're coming into week 22. Perfect opportunity. Did we see the charts? The 1 year looked great. 90-day looked great. 30-day looks phenomenal. Okay, seasonality looks great. And the numbers work. What's on your list for this week? Citigroup. Right there. We just looked at it. All the charts look good. The numbers look good. And the seasonality look good. And they have the dividend coming up. Not next week, but the week after. Now, Seth, I'm not suggesting it. I'm just reading the numbers. That's all I am doing. And I really need you to understand it. I'm reading the numbers. I'm not suggesting anything. Best stocks to buy in low and still pay good dividends. Interesting. So when do you buy? I buy first thing Monday morning. Okay, I buy first thing Monday morning and I sell my options first thing Monday morning. That gives me the most premium for my position. Now, I will wait first thing Monday morning when the market opens. All these numbers are going to change. Okay, so right now, the bid is 59.03. The ask is 59.19. First thing Monday morning, those are going to change. I meant that is a question. I meant that as a question. Sorry. Okay. Thanks, James. Have a nice night. That's it, Seth. You get one halfway decent looking play and you're out. Okay, it is what it is. I put some extra dollars I won't miss in FF every now and then. What's your thought on it? I've never heard of FF. So usually if there's something I've never heard of, it's a no. It's a monthly. It's a no. Sorry. You want my opinion? That's my opinion. I don't do monthlies. Okay, the reason why I don't do monthlies is the numbers just don't work. Thoughts on Coca-Cola? Coca-Cola's a no. Don't get me wrong, they've been paying their dividends for over 50 years, actually over 60 years, and increasing. But the premiums are horrible. You slightly resemble Michael Burry. I don't know if that's good or bad. Nike, NKE. Interesting. 94.50, the 95s. Ooh, possibility. Let's take a gander at Nike. Okay, first thing I want to see is what can I buy for Monday? 94.50. What's the closest strike price? The 95s. Let's go for 97 cents. That's over 1%. So let's take a gander at it. Gander away, me boy. I think Thinkorswim is useful filter that lists every stock with weekly options. I'm sure you will know this. Okay, what is it that you think I'm going to know, buddy? Thinkorswim has useful filter that lists every stock with weekly options. I did not know that, but buddy, we could chat. We could chat about that first thing Monday morning. They are laying off 700 employees in Oregon. Is that Nike? What's the best way to learn option trading? Well, Randy, option trading, it really depends on what do you mean by option trading, because there's so many different facets to option trading. Are you buying, selling? What is your risk factor? Okay, how much do you want to play with? What are you looking to do? So you're not buying, sell the call, next strike, high or low. You sell the strike closest, 59. It bought at 59.19 with 1%. Exactly right. Michael, I would prefer an in the strike money. Okay, so take a look at this one. Let me move it. Hold on a second. Okay, 94.51. Okay, you got the 94 going for 152, and then you got the 95 going for 97. They are both over 1%. I personally would prefer the 94 because it's already in the money. The stock doesn't have to move at all. Okay, so if the stock goes up, I'm out. If the stock stays exactly where it is, doesn't move at all, I'm out. The stock can even go down a little bit, and I'd still be out. However, with the 95, if the stock goes up to over 95, yeah, I'll get out. But it has. What the hell was that? But it has to go up for me to get out of it. All right. If it stays where it is, I won't get out of it. If it goes down, I won't get out of it. So I prefer one strike in the money and getting the 1%. So I prefer on this one right here, the 94 over the 95. Okay. Now, if I did the 95 and the stock went up, I'd get a little bit of stock appreciation along with the 1%. But I prefer to be safe. Okay. So I'm at that point in life where I want safe, predictable, consistent. Safe, predictable, consistent. Okay. Okay, the 94 is more safe because it's already at 94.51 and it's in an upward trend. But we're going to take a look at the chart right now. What about XOP? Never heard of them. Which makes sense if taking 1%. Well, that's why I'm taking the 1%. 1% per week comes to over 50% per year. Okay, now I like the company Nike. It is on my list. Okay, I don't know if they have their dividend coming up this week or not. But from what I can see, I like the numbers. I like the 1-year chart. That's as far as I got so far. So let's progress and see how it looks. Sahib Banu. Hi, do you recommend a financial advisor? Ooh, I do have a video out there. Have to do with financial advisors. Let me give you a little tidbit of advice, what I found of financial advisors. They don't have your best interest in mind. Have you ever listened to Susie Orman? She'll tell you, well, years ago, I used to work for Lehman Hutton. We used to sell crap all the time. Crap. They sell you crap because that's what their boss wants you to buy. They do not have your best interest in mind. They don't. If you make money, they make money. If you don't make any money, they still make money. You still pay them if you're losing money. Okay? Nobody has more interest in your money than you. Okay? So I'm a big believer in, hey, it's your money. You should do it yourself because it's really not that difficult. You take a look at an ETF or a hedge fund or a mutual fund. Take a look at what they're buying. Why are you paying them to buy something that you can buy yourself? That's just my opinion. CLX, Clorox. Clorox is on my list, but we'll write it down. We'll take a gander at it. CLX. There we go. There we go, yo. There we go. All right, so we're at Nike. We're taking a look at the charts. Okay, always the 1-year chart first. The high of the year, low of the year. Where was it? Where is it? Okay, high, low. Where was it? Where is it? Simple. Okay, well, got some more of these questions. CLX, yep. Do you think the S&P bounces tomorrow or we keep flushing? Coleman, interesting question. How are you doing? Uh-oh. Thank you, CLX. Tyrese, back again. How you doing? My own financial advisor. I'm nobody's financial advisor. CLX. I like CLX. They've been in business for over 100 years. Dividend King. Gotta love it. I don't even pay attention to the S&P 500. Really, I don't. I really don't pay attention to very much of anything. It may sound weird, but I don't really pay attention to very much of anything. Why? Well, because the companies have already announced when they're paying their dividend. They already told us. Okay, so they told us, great. They pay the same time every year, year after year after year. Okay, once a year I take a look and make sure the stocks on my list are qualified to be on my list. That's it. And then when it comes to the calendar, okay, you really can't go wrong with how the hell can you mess up a calendar? I mean, think about it. Where are we? Okay, it's a calendar. All right. First week of April, second week of April, third week of April. Okay, we're coming into the fourth week of April. Holy shit. The fourth week of April. So I don't go 2 weeks out. That's the first week of May. That's the second week of May. I want to look at stocks the second week of May. That's it. I go through my list, second week of May. Hey, Randall Ray, how you doing? That's all I look at. They're already on my list. I don't have to guess what to buy. I only take a look at what's on my list. What do the numbers look like this week? What does the chart look like? Are the numbers correct? Then great, I'll buy it. That's it. Because it's already on my list. It's no more, oh, should I buy it or should I not buy it? No, it's on my list. It's never a question. Is it a good time to buy it? Or do I wait? That's it. He said, how can you mess up a calendar? Well, correct. How can you mess it up? In what order do you buy the options and covered? All right. Friendly Bob. Oh, that's a cool name, Friendly Bob. I don't buy options, Bob. You're new here because I would remember that name. Okay? Now, I don't buy options at all. I don't. I sell options. Why? Well, the reason I sell options is because I want a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. How do I get that? I buy the stock. I sell the option for someone to buy the stock for the exact same price I just paid for it. Let's finish up with my example on Citigroup, because that's where we are at the moment, talking about Citigroup. All right, so, actually, no, we already looked at Citigroup. We are actually looking at Nike now, because Citigroup was a yes for this coming up week. Wait a minute. Yeah, Citigroup is a yes for this coming up week. Sure. How you feeling, honey? So I guess one gummy is good for you. You're all smiles. I like it when you're all smiles. Say hi to everybody. Hi. We're looking at Nike.
Oh, my favorite sneaker.
Your favorite sneaker. All right. Thoughts on DGRW? Never heard of it. DGRW. Okay, I will take a look at DGRW in a little bit. Let me finish up with Nike. All right. So a year ago, Nike was at 124.64. The high of the year, 128.60. Ribbon is a no. How long will you hold Citigroup for? Hopefully just a week. Just 5 days. Thoughts on GameStop? Yeah, no. Okay, GameStop and Ribbon, not 20 years of increased dividends. You really want to waste our time looking at something that's going to be a no? I mean, I'll take a look at it, but I can tell you before even looking at it that it's a no. Because neither one of those companies have 2 decades, 20 years of increased dividends. You can put your money wherever you want. Really, you can. I only have certain companies I invest in. Nike's been around for a while. Okay? Now, let's finish up the numbers with Nike. The high of the year for Nike was 128.68. If it was worth more than 128.68, it would be higher. Because we, as the buyers and sellers, Hey, Tiki Toke, you're back again. Cool. Lululemon. Did you not hear what I just said about 20 years of increased dividends? Hey, Botox, but Doc stopped by. Hey, Doc, she's really enjoying her new gummies. She's actually in no pain at the moment, and she's funny as hell when she's in no pain. Costco. Too expensive, but we'll take a look at it. C-O-S-T. Sorry, hey, don't feel bad about that, Mrs. Jones. Me and Mrs. Jones. What do I need to invest in? Hey, Jordan, I'm going to tell you to invest in yourself first. Okay, invest in yourself first. Think about what it is you want to do. Okay, this trading strategy that I'm teaching here, it has to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent. Never buy something you do not want to hold long term. Number one, never buy something you don't want to hold long term. 2, never sell at a loss. 3, make sure the company has at least 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options. And then check, make sure the number's going to work for you. Okay? Doc says, hallelujah, honey. She's laughing her ass off. She's funny as hell when she's like this. And she's actually fun to be with when she's like, James, is that you messaging me about your program or someone pretending to be you? Well, just to let you know, there's 22 people pretending to be me. So, tiki-talkie, if you really want to talk to me, DM me with your phone number. I personally will give you a call. Okay, you can ask some of the people in the chat. Does he call? Yes, he does. I call in the mornings. Jordan Ricketts, thank you. You're welcome. Randall Ray, Saturday Night Gummies. Yes. She was in pain all day, so I walked over to the dispensary, got her some gummies, and she seems to be enjoying herself at the moment, which is a good thing. It makes me happy to see her not in pain. Are you falling down, honey?
No.
It sure looks like you are.
Only halfway.
Only halfway. Have you ever played Fortnite? Believe it or not, I haven't played video games in about 2 decades. Isn't that weird? 2 decades.
You're 60.
What does 60 have to do with it?
Video games are for kids.
Never too old to start again. Yeah. Okay. You say don't sell at a loss. What if I'm at 1,000 in a loss? Well, what one are you looking at? And I'll give you my opinion on it. Wow, you might need to try. They're awesome now. Video games? Yeah, no. I remember Myst. Who remembers Myst? M-Y-S-T. Started playing that game. 18 hours later, I said, oh, fuck this. I'm done. 18 hours. I wasted 18 hours of my life playing a video game. Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, I played Myst. Yeah, I just don't do it anymore. Yep, sorry. I just don't do video games anymore. I just don't. I have other ways. I'd rather watch the grass grow. Totally honest with you. All right, so what are we looking at? Oh, we're at Nike. Quit interrupting. I knew those accounts were fake because when I asked them about the 5 rules, they gave me wrong answers. Well, there you go. But DGRW, we already have it written down, dude. Okay, DGRW, we're going to get to it. Okay, so, Drew, see, check it out. These are all the stocks that come in. People want me to take a look at. I do them as they come in. So DGRW is about 10th on the list at this moment. Okay, Jose, oil stocks. Love oil stocks. Hello, what blocker do you use in the USA? Blocker? I don't know what a blocker is. Really, I don't. Another good rule you mentioned, never buy at a 1-year high. Correct. Absolutely. Holy mackerel, you got a ton. Ha ha ha. I'll be back in a bit. I have no idea what that means, Drew. I don't. Oh, so anyway, as I was getting, if you really want to talk to me and you're really interested, send me your phone number. I'll give you a call. I can't bite you over the phone. I mean, really, I'm not going to insult you. I mean, I'm here to help whoever wants to be helped. It's plain and simple. All right, so that being said, let's get back to Nike. All right, so our 90-day high for the year, 128.68. Okay, bottom of the year, which happened at the end of September, 88.66. All right, we finished up the year after a big gap down. Look at this, the end of end of December, 123.46, and then we had a big gap down. What platform do you use? This is Thinkorswim, which is available on Charles Schwab. Okay, so Charles Schwab, Thinkorswim, that's what I use. Okay, so we had a big gap down from 122 down to 107. That's almost a 18% drop. Okay, so from there, let's look at the last 90 days. Okay, 90 days is only 3 months. Okay, I like the 90 days. Okay, high, low, where was it? Where is it? Okay, UPTB. Okay, thank you there, Miss Daisy Poppy 3. Woohoo! A great guy. I'm not. I'm an asshole. No, really, I'm not. I'm an easy guy. Anyway, 90 days ago, 3 months ago. 3 months ago, 90 days. 10102. Okay, goes up, pulls back, up, pull back, up, pull back, up, pull back. I love the movement. It's nice to see predictable movement. She goes up, profit taken, up, profit taken, up, profit taken, up, profit taken, up. Ooh, gap down. I like that. Check out that gap down. Okay, however, let's check it out. 90 days ago, 10102. The 90-day high 3 weeks later at 107.43. Okay. Okay. Up, down. I love the predictable movements. So our bottom for the 90-day period. Look at this. That looks like that looks like a quad bottom. Dogecoin. No, I don't do Dogecoin. AGNI. What is the cost of Thinkorswim? Thinkorswim is free. Okay, it's a free trading platform. If you're going to be trading somewhere, you got to be trading somewhere if you're going to be trading, or you just go to your banker and say, hey, banker, buy me this. Hey, banker, sell me that. You could do it that way, but then you're paying your banker to do what you can do. So you go to Charles Schwab, open up an account, download Thinkorswim onto your computer. Okay, it's best on the downloaded version of Thinkorswim, not the online version. You have better performance here. How do you get Dividend Kings list in your watch list? Ooh, that's a good one. Do you enter each one individually or no? All right. Mark, hold tight. As soon as we finish up with Nike, I will show you how to download the lists. It's really easy, okay? Providing you do have Thinkorswim. I like Paramount. Is a better stock. SMH. Alpha Wolf. Haven't seen you last couple of days. SMH. All right, I put it on the list. We'll get to it. Okay, right now we're still looking at Nike. All right, so let's look at the last 30 days for Nike. Because I like to see, where it was for the year, first of all, then the last 3 months to get an idea of the movement and to get a good idea. Okay, so the 1 year chart gives me an idea of what it looks like for the whole year. Okay, the 90-day chart is where is it moving? All right, where's the trend at the moment? In the last 30 days, this 30 days, that gives me an idea of where it's going to go in the next 5 days. Because if I'm buying on a Monday, I want an idea of where it's going to be on Friday. Market cap is way too high. This won't move at all. 7, 1%. Are you serious? 1% a week, dude. Okay, 1% a week. Do you think Cash App could be a good app to buy a couple of stocks as a beginner? Jose, I have no idea who you are. I have no idea what your risk parameters are. I have no idea what your goals are. I have no idea about anything about you. I don't give advice to anyone. Okay, if you ask me my opinion about Cash App the stock, no, for me. Why? Because it doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends. That's why. Okay, so 7, you're saying 1% question mark. Are you serious? Safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. What's wrong with that? Kind of curious. Market cap is way too high. This won't move at all. You don't think Nike will move? I can pretty much guarantee you Nike's going to go up and then Nike's going to go down. That's the only thing stocks do. They go up. Hey, Rachel, how you doing? Hey, Rachel, you're on YouTube and on Facebook? All right, that works. Okay, so 7. Seriously, I can guarantee it's going to go up and I can guarantee it's going to go down. Why can I guarantee that? That's all stocks do. They go up, they go down. They do not come to your house, wash your dishes. They do not rake the lawn. They do not mow. They do not. They don't do anything. They don't make your bed and put candies on your pillow. They don't. They go up. They go down. That's all they do. And every single day, look. Just for the fun of it, 30 days ago, it opened up at 99.45. The high of the day was 144. The low of the day was 99.03. It went up and then it went down. Very next day, look at what happened. Opened up at 144. The high of the day was 101. The low of the day was 99.76. It went up, it went down. That's all they do. Every single day, they go up, they go down. If you're thinking they're going to do anything else, they're not even going to send you a damn Christmas card, dude. They go up, they go down. And if I can align my stock picks on a weekly basis, buy a decent stock, collect a 1% premium every single week, who are you to say that I can't do that? Because I have been doing it for the past 15 years. You don't like it? Go somewhere else. Go waste your time somewhere else. All right. Alpha Wolf. Uh-oh. What was I saying? Alpha Wolf is shaking his head, not shaking about SMH. Okay, what? Okay. Got it. Are you trading with leverage? I have 6 accounts now. Last week I had 5. Now I have 6 accounts. Okay. Now, most of them are all cash. There's one account that's leveraged. Why do I have one account leveraged? Well, because I want to show people what is the difference between having an all cash account and having a leveraged account. Because you can't really tell until you actually do it. Okay? Yes, buy in Cash App with no problem. Heavy Chevy, I have no idea why you're saying that. Cash App does not have, you do what you want with your money, really, honestly. That's not what he asked you. Okay. I have no idea what he asked me. See, these questions go by so fast, I don't get a chance to read them all. I try stop the questions and read them one at a time, so I'm not, disregarding anyone's question. Riot and Mara. No to Riot, but Mara, I think we actually liked that one once. But Riot, I'm pretty sure, is a no. M-A-R-A. Sergio, you must have a lot of capital to target 1% profits, which is understandable. Not necessarily. I got 2 more people over here on Instagram. Hello, how are you? Over on Instagram. In case you guys were wondering, I got a camera over here for Instagram. I got a camera over here at YouTube. I got a camera over here for TikTok and a camera over here for Facebook. I got a couple more cameras ordered, so eventually I'm going to have 10 channels going on at once. I think it's freaking fun. I'm having a blast. I'm retired. I need something to do to occupy my time, so I'm sharing this information that's worked out for me very well. I also have one more camera down here. Now, the camera down here is actually broadcasting this. This screen right here is broadcast on YouTube. So if you actually want to look at the numbers, the numbers over here, you can't really see them on your phone or your iPad, but you can see them on YouTube. Okay, so Sergio, like I said, I got 6 different accounts. I got one account that has like $14,000 in it. It's not a lot, but excuse me, it has a different strategy. Okay, I only share 2 strategies. I only share 2 accounts with you guys. Okay, now I'm a nice guy, but I'm not that nice. I get 6 accounts. I share 2 with you. Okay, now this account that I'm sharing with you gets over 50% per year. 50% per year, you like it or you don't. If you really like it, you can join the club. You don't, that's fine too. But if you really like the club, then wait till you see what the 100% per year on the 200% per year account does. Woohoo, those ones are really cool. Hello, please review ARM. All right. 7. We'll take a look at Mara. I already looked at Riot before. It's not a good one. Now, please review ARM. We'll take a look at that. Going long on Palo Alto Networks. Well, all righty. Would you look at WPC one day? WPC. We write it down. XOP. I thought, did we look at XOP earlier? Okay, you guys do realize the more I answer questions, the less I have a chance to go through all these stocks you guys throw at me. WPC. I have it written down. We'll take a look at it. Cheers, bro. Oh, thank you. I don't know if that cheers means you're leaving. All right, he's following. Okay, that works. We appreciate all your efforts. Well, thank you there, Mr. Austin. Mandy, what is it? Mandy, I'm late. What one did you just say? 100% a year. Let's go. Yeah, well, hate to be the bearer of bad news, Leif. I'm going to call you Leif. But before you get in, before you get to see what the 100% per year stocks look like and strategy looks like, you got to get the 50% one down first, and then you get invited to the next one, the next level. Okay, you really can't buy your way in. You can buy your way into the first one, which is 50% per year. Okay, it's safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week, which comes to over 50% per year. Okay, however, if you want to go to the next level, which is 100 to 200% per year, that's a different level. You have to be invited to that one. Let's get back to Nike. Keep getting distracted with all these questions. So let's take a look at this. 30 days ago, we opened up at 99.45. One day later, we're at the high of the year at 101.92. We gapped down the very next day. Okay, so when I tell people, let me go back a little bit because I want to point this out. Okay, so you have your high back here at 106, right? Comes down, profit taking, goes up, comes down. Look at this, profit taking. If you do not take your profit there, what's going to happen? The market maker is going to take it away from you. It's exactly what he did. He took it away, and it kept on going down and made a 30-day bottom. Where's our 30-day bottom? Right here. I'm going to read them off to you because this is a good 30-day bottom. There. Okay, not bad. The screen on YouTube is excellent. Thanks for mentioning that. Hi, that's what I'm here for. You know, I don't have a ulterior motive. I was a welfare baby. I grew up in the 60s on welfare with a mother of 5 kids, all under the age of 5. Dad left in 66. So it was just mom and the 5 kids. Okay? You try raising 5 kids with no child support on government. Yeah, it wasn't easy. I thought my childhood was great. I didn't know I was poor until my friends at school told me. Okay? Now, anyway, let's get back to what we're talking about. So I'm going to read them off to you. I'm going to call this a bottom. Hey there, just starting in investing. Advise where I should start. Oh, Hatonia. Tony. Pleasure to meet you, Miss Tony. My advice is do some educational investigation. Learn what you want to do. But here's the simple. Break it down simply. You ready? 5 rules. Simple 5 rules. Number 1, never buy something you don't want to hold to a long period of time. 2, never sell at a loss. Make sure it has at least 20 years of increased dividends. Weekly options is always great. And then make sure the numbers work. Pretty easy. Never buy something you don't want to hold long term. Simple. Never sell at a loss. 20 years of increased dividends consistently. Weekly options. Rule 6, don't buy at the 1 year yeah, don't buy at the 1 year high. What if you are doing call spreads? I love call spreads, but I'm not doing them here. Okay. Temptation Temple. That's an interesting name. Okay. What if you're doing call spreads? Yeah, I like call spreads, but I'm not teaching them here. Tony, join our trading group. There you go, LA sign. Have you looked at GBDC? Never heard of it. Now, interesting thing, Rocket. If you rattle off a stock like you just did, and I say I've never heard of it, usually means it's a no. But I'll look at it anyway. Yeah, Tony, I'm here every night. The easiest thing to do is just sit and listen. If it doesn't make sense, ask a question. Okay? Now, Tony, you may not know this because I'm good with names. I've never seen that name here before. Here's the thing. This strategy that I'm teaching right now was created. I created it for my 9-year-old daughter back in 2008. Okay, she was 9 years old and she wanted to do what daddy was doing. You know how 9-year-old little girls get, they look clingy with their dad. We had an awesome relationship back then. Nowadays, it's like, oh. Anyway, teenage girls like, wow. Rocket, you love them for dividends? Okay, I like the fact that you like dividends. But what was it again? Tony, wait a minute. I haven't finished up that conversation with you, Tony. GBDC. GBDC. Okay, so Tony, as I was saying, I created it for my 9-year-old daughter. Now, here's was my challenge. Okay? Okay, here's my challenge. Okay, Tony? She was 9 years old. It had to be simple. Okay, she's 9 years old. Had to be simple. It had to be safe. Okay, so she wouldn't lose any money. The income had to be predictable and consistent. And last, she could never lose any money. What's the first thing a 9-year-old is going to do if she loses money? She's going to cry, and that's not. Some good REITs that good dividends. Temptation the mop. Mamas, what's the difference between limit and market? Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, the difference between limit and market. All right, I'll briefly. Limit order, you get to pick what you want to buy or sell for. All right, say, let's say hypothetically, I own Nike at 93.53. Okay, and I want to sell it at 95. I want to sell 95 limit order. That means I don't care what's happening in the world. I'm not going to sell for less than 95. It's a limit order. That's my limit. That's all I want to do. Or if I want to buy it, I want to buy Nike at 92.50. Limit order. That's what you want. Market order, you say whatever the market's at this moment in time, give it to me at the market order. Whatever the market maker wants to give it to you at, that's what you get. I like market orders first thing in the morning, okay? Because the stock and the option are kind of tied together, right? But when I'm selling a premium against an option, against a stock I already own, I do a limit order. Okay. How do we sign up? Diana. Oh, Diana. That sounds perfect. Well, I'm glad you like it there, Miss Tony. All right. How do we sign up? Diana, hold on one second. MVO, best dividend stock I ever bought. Really? Really? MVO. That kind of gets my my brain thinking. MVO. Now, I know for a fact. Wait a minute. No, I shouldn't say that because I don't know for a fact. I'm pretty sure MVO is not a dividend king. Now, a dividend king has increased its dividends for 50 consecutive years. Now, there's a dividend king called GPC, Genuine Parts Corporation. They have increased their dividends every single year for 7 decades, 70 years. That's shit you can pass down generation to generation. Okay, hey, this company's been paying dividends and increasing for 70 consecutive years, and you think MVO is the best one you've ever bought? I'm just kind of curious. This has got my curiosity. MVO. MV Oil Trustcom. It's a monthly. Hell no. Sorry, dude. I pee on your parade. The reason why I say that, I don't like monthlies. Monthlies give me what, 24% per year if I'm lucky? Okay, yeah, no thank you. I forget what I want. Where was I at a minute ago? Nike. And I stopped that for that? Really? Come on. All right, last 30 days. Let's get back to where we were. I want to look at the last 30 days. Okay, right here we go. Down, bob, blah. Okay, so we're sitting at 94.53. Yeah, well, we got a 4-day bottom. What is a market maker? Oh my goodness. MVO won't increase dividends. They are just good oil play. So then why the hell would I want to do it? Seriously. Quarterly. Yeah. All right. See, is that Eric doing that? Eric, here's a question for you. You're buying a stock that pays you dividend quarterly, right? I'm buying good quality stocks that pay me weekly. 1% a week comes to a 50% per year. Okay? Now, MVO. Okay, MVO, dividends only. Interesting, 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 interesting. Okay, so MVO, okay, right here, historical data. You can find that at Yahoo Finance. MVO has only been paying a dividend since 2007. 2007. Jennifer, that was GPC, Genuine Parts Corporation. Okay, well, Eric, hey, if this works for you, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, I got no problem saying, hey, it works for you, great. For me, ain't going to happen. Why? Well, look at the dividends. First dividend was 101. It went to 53, 66, 65, 64, 52, 65, 9. Really? It went from 65 cents a share down to 9 cents a share? Then it goes to 42, 46, 60, 58, 61, 97, 61. It's all over the place. There's no consistency. Oh, wait a second. Look at this. 2014, 90 cents a share. 2015, 61 cents a share. 2015, 26 cents a share. 20 cents a share. 10 cents a share, 11 cents. How the hell can you say that's good? But hey, if it works for you, more power to you. All right? Now, hell no. You remember what old man Potter said in It's a Wonderful Life? Not with my money. Yeah, not with my money, dude. Okay, you may like it. Fine, it may work for you. I like safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. I'll take it any day of the week. And I'm not going to jump into a stock for $9 that pays 33-cent dividend. Okay? It just doesn't work for me. And it's a monthly optionable stock, which means I can only sell an option against it once a month. And I get a premium once a month. If I get a 2% premium, if I'm lucky, that's 24% a year. If you're okay with 24% a year, hey, fine. Thoughts on Big Lots dividend? I have no idea. It's not on my list. Fair enough. Good to look at it, though. Not really. It's just basically a waste of time. There's a reason why I only invest in dividend stocks at 20 years of increased dividends. 20 years minimum. Okay, reason why? Because they're a good quality company and they increase every single year. This company here is all over the place. So what do I recommend? I recommend you do some research. Find a good quality stock. And if you like it, buy it. Never buy something you do not want to hold long term. Big Lots have a 30% dividend. Yeah, but they haven't paid for 20 consecutive years and increased every year. GE, great company. Okay, it's been in business over 100 years, but their premiums aren't over 1%. Do I invest in Microsoft? Yes, I do, when it's below 300. Do you trade Coca-Cola? No, I do not. Even though they're over 100 years old, Dividend King increased the dividends for more than 60 years, it's still a no for me. Why? Because the premiums are horrible. Walmart? Yes. Oh, no. Oh is a monthly. Just doesn't pay. When I say the numbers got to work, that means I got to make a 1% per week or I don't look at it. So you like to write covered calls on dividend stocks. That's exactly what I do. Now there's 9,500 different stocks I can choose from in the stock market. Okay? However, only 3,300 of them actually have a dividend that's over 1% yield. Okay? Now, out of those, there's only about 200 that have increased for 20 consecutive years and have weekly options. So I'm going from 9,500 choices down to 200. Then I take those 200 and squeeze it into a 13-week period. Why 13-week period? Because there's 13 weeks in a quarter. Okay? Every quarter they pay a dividend. So every quarter I look at it. I look at Lowe's 4 times a year. I look at General Motors 4 times a year. I look at Apple 4 times a year. I look at Macy's 4 times a year. And if the numbers work, I'll buy it. If the numbers don't work, I'll say, well, I'll see you again in 90 days. Week 6 and 7 are coming up and have some really great contenders. Buddy Wally, I'm sure they do. But there's a reason why I don't share them on this platform here. Okay? Now, what were we looking at? Oh, we were looking at Nike still. Nike. How do you know the numbers work? Ooh, excellent question. All right, this is how I tell the numbers work. You ready? X system, right? It's really simple. I could buy it first thing Monday morning at $94.51. Okay? $94.51. Now, if I buy it at $94.51, I got 2 choices. I can sell the 94s or I can sell the 95s. Let's take a look at both of them, just for the fun of it. Now, okay, clear that. Okay, now, if I buy it at $94.51 and I sell the 95s, can you explain the math about the premium from selling an option with a covered call? All right, Alice Becares, we're doing that right now. Hey, Michael, how you doing? So, let's take a look at the numbers. Okay, if the purchase price is $94.51 and I'm selling the 94s, okay, I'm selling at a 51-cent loss, correct? So I got to take that 51 cents and I take it off the premium. The 94 premium is 152. So I take 152 and I subtract the 51 cents that I'm losing right off the top. Subtract 51 cents. So my profit is going to be $1.01. All right? $1.01. But what is the purchase price? The purchase price is $94.51. But I already subtracted that 51, so I'm not going to subtract it again. So I divide it by the 94. Okay? And I divide that by $94. And that comes up with a 1.07% return for the week. That's how the number works. Now, the one thing I really like about the 94 call is right now the stock's at $94.51. So if the stock goes up, I make my profit. If the stock stays right where it is, I make my profit. The stock can even go down a little bit, and I'll still make my profit as long as the stock stays above 94 come Friday. Now, let's take a look at the 95. The 95 is selling for 97 cents. So we clear that out of here. We get 97-cent profit, and we divide it by the full purchase price. What's your favorite stock to do this one right now? Macy's. You ask a question, there's the answer. Macy's. Okay, 97 cents is the profit at the $95 strike price. Purchase price, $94.51. Divided by 94.51. 1.02%. So let's take a look at this now. Stock price is $94.51. If I sell the 94s, I get 1.07. If I sell the 95s, I get 1.02. But if the stock goes above 95, I get the 1.02 plus an additional 41 cents if the stock goes up. But the stock has to go up. Because if I'm buying at $94.51 and I sell the 95s, and if it's not above 95, then I'll be under. And I'll have to take it into next week. I would prefer to sell the 94s, take the 1.07, not worry about the capital appreciation that might or might not happen. I'd prefer to be safe than think it might go up. Because you just don't know. What if it goes under? If it goes under, then I take it into next week. Tiki-taki, James, how are taxes paid on these covered calls? Yearly, monthly, or income tax? Well, it really depends on how you set your account up. If you have your account set up in a business, okay, and you pay quarterly. If you have it signed up under your own personal name, then it's regular income. If you have it signed up in a pension fund, then it's taxed and when it's taken out. Well, the apps and market to invest, is it safe to invest through those apps? Well, I use, what app do I use? Robinhood. I love Robinhood. Simple, quick, easy. It's attached to my bank account. It's attached to my debit card. Okay, I make a couple of trades and I buy a bunch of stuff and I sell a bunch of stuff and I just go click, 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 transfer the money and I can buy whatever I want. 98% of all my money is invested at all time, either through Thinkorswim or through, I just said Robinhood. AMD. Isn't that a monthly AMD? AMD. Oh, wait a minute. AMD. If you roll the next month, which premium would you select based on the example you showed? Well, here's the thing. Okay, I cannot answer questions of tomorrow with the information we have today. Can't do it. That's why we meet every morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just before the market opens. Friday, we jump on at 3 o'clock. Why at 3 o'clock? Well, the market closes at 4. Okay, I do all my trades. You guys watch all the trades that I do, and then I take individually if you guys have questions. Because if you buy Advanced Micro Divisions right here, AMD, right, and you don't know what to do come Friday, I actually walk you through it. Okay, I don't tell you what to do. I tell you my opinion. Well, it's at 146 right now, 64. You sold the 165, the 145s. You're all in cash. Either let it go or buy it back or whatever. All depends on what's happening. Okay? All depends on what's happening at 3 o'clock and 3:30 on a Friday afternoon. Because all these numbers here, they change every 15, 20 seconds. All right, AMD. Yeah, it's going to be a no. She's in a downturn. Look at the chart. Okay, the highs right here, nothing but down, 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 down. Yeah, that's going to be a no. All right, next on our list, ENB. Enbridge. No, it's a monthly. Do I like 3M? Love 3M. How often does your strategy fail? Ooh, that's a good question. It doesn't really fail, but I lost 3 positions last year. 49 wins, 3 losses. MRO, the doctor, the island of Dr. Moreau. Marathon Oil. Ooh, interesting. Is it better to buy your option back or let it expire? That is a question you ask at 3:30 on a Friday because it's all about the numbers. It really is. So are you buying futures? No, I'm not. Okay? I used to do futures years ago, but there was no consistency, no predictability, and there was no safe, and there was no dividends. Okay, so if the futures went down, I lost. It's not like stocks. If the stock goes down, I'm still collecting the dividend, and the dividend keeps increasing. Okay, so it kind of has no downside. Okay, if the stock goes down, the stock goes down. Big deal. You get a higher and higher dividend every single year. For it all to fail, a company would have to tank for an extended period of time or go under. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so if you're working with a company that's been in business for over 100 years, do you think Ford's going to go bankrupt? Well, it could. But is it going to in the near future? Well, I don't know. It's been in business for over 100 years. Okay, it didn't take any of the bailout money. Okay, what about Bank of America? Well, it's been in business for over 100 years. Well, what about 3M? They've been in business for over 100 years. What about Clorox? Well, they've been in business for over 100 years. Capital One Finance. I don't think it's 100 years for Capital One Finance. I don't know. I'll have to double check on that one. What's your desire? My desire is a safe, secure, predictable 1% per week. Safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. That's my desire. Alrighty, so MRO. Let's quickly go through it. Why not? A year ago today. Ooh, look, it's 11 o'clock. I'm done at 9:30. 11:30. Okay, just guys, let you know. 11 o'clock, 24.20. A year ago. Ooh, the bottom of the year was 21.65. The high of the year, 27.28. Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, no, MRO's a no. Sorry. I just thought of myself. Let me check the numbers first. 27.49. Okay, the 27.50 is going for 43. That's negative numbers. Okay, the 28, 21. Yeah, no. I must be stupid, but can you walk us through how you buy and sell to get the dividend? Ooh, to get the dividend. Okay. To qualify for a dividend, you have to buy it on or before the EX date. Citigroup, the 3rd of May. Buy it Monday. Where are we? Buy it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Any day before the EX date. Before the EX date, buy it before the EX date, and then you hold it past the dividend date. No, sorry, the date of record. All right, hold on. 4 dates to remember. Okay, 4 dates to remember. Are you trading C this week? Guess, are you trading C this week? Probably. If one of your position has a big drop, do you generally lower your weekly strike to get 1%? Ooh, buddy, that's a good question. When should I buy calls? I don't buy calls at all. What if it falls below the dividend gain? You're asking the wrong question. No buying calls here. Thank you, 86. Only covered calls. Thank you. I'm only buying the stock and selling the call. You got to get the terminology right. Because if you say one wrong word and you're talking to your broker's going to tell you exactly, he's going to do exactly what you say. Okay, I'm buying the stock, I'm buying the option. No, buying the stock, selling the option. I'm doing a covered call. Buying the stock, selling somebody the right to buy it from the same price I paid for it. Okay, if I pay $100 for it, I want to sell it for $100. Why? Because there's no risk there. But I'm collecting the premium. That premium is giving me my 1%. Bonk, making me rich. Well, if you invented the video game Bonk, I can see that, because I bought Bonk back in the 80s. I just want to know when the market will go up again, like it did a couple of months ago. C is close to the 52-week high on the chart. Would you still consider it? Well, let's take a gander now, won't we? Now, the high of the year is right here. The low of the year, right there. All right? So you buy the stock at the X and sell at the option to collect dividend. No, you weren't listening. I buy it 2 weeks before the EX date. Do you sell do you sell to close or sell to open? Interesting question. Okay, MC8080. Now, MC8080. I buy the stock first thing Monday morning to open. Okay, I sell the option first thing Monday morning to open. On Friday, okay, I will look at it and I will decide, do I want to buy the stock, buy the option back to close? Because anytime you do any trade whatsoever, you have to open a position and then you have to sell, close the position. When you sell as an option, what does that mean? Hold on a second, see if I can get this right. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so we looked at MRO, all right? And MRO was basically, let's go back to C because that's what we were talking about. All right, C is not at a near high. All right, so last 30 days for C. All right, look at this. Okay, we got a bottom here. Okay, see this bottom? All right, bottom here. 2 or 3 weeks to 30-day top. 30-day top. What happens at 30-day top? You're going to have profit taking. Exactly what happens until your profit taking is done. Then you get to a bottom, a new 30-day bottom. All right? At the 30-day bottom, you say to yourself, wait a second. Okay, the market maker is the person you buy and sell from. However, the market maker doesn't have control over the price. Who has control over the price? We do, the buyers and sellers. Because when it gets to the high, it's too damn high to buy. Hell no. Okay? Or it's here. I don't think it's worth more than that. I'm taking my profits now. And then it goes down. And then it gets to a point right here. Oh, wait a minute. That's cheap. Let me buy it. Okay? Now it's going up. We are the buyers and the sellers. We decide where it's too high and where it's too low. That's all that we do. We buy, we sell when the time is right. At this moment in time, with Citigroup, Realty Income Long Time. Okay, I'm going to say no. Sorry. Do you ever sell at a loss if the price drops after selling the call? Okay, I'm going to revert you back to the rules, the 5 rules. Rule number 1, never buy something you don't want to hold long term. Most people buy a stock and hold it for years. Okay, never buy something unless you want to hold it long term. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. Why? What's the point of investing if you're going to sell at a loss? Okay, if you stick with stocks that have 20 years of increased dividends or more, that's a good quality company. They've done the test of time. The test of time, for most new companies go bankrupt within the first 5 years. 1 out of 100 make it past 10 years. Okay, 1 out of 1,000 make it past 20 years. So you're talking about companies that have 20 years of increased dividends. Coca-Cola's been in business for over 100 years. General Motors, Bristol Myers Squibb, Wells Fargo, all over 100 years old. Why would you buy it and then sell it if it goes down? Stocks go up, stocks go down. Okay, if you buy, all right, here's a question. This is a crazy question. You ready? Crazy ass question. Now, the dividend for Citigroup is 53 cents, right? Do you see it right here? On the 3rd, it's 53 cents. There's no arguing about that. Now, let's go back here for a second. Okay, so let's say, hypothetically, I bought Citibank at the low of the year, $38.17. Let's say I bought 1,000 shares. How many dividends am I collecting? I'm collecting 1,000. Now, let's say I bought it at $64 a share. I bought 1,000 shares. How many dividends am I collecting? 1,000. So if you bought it at 64, right? You bought it at 64, 1,000 share, and you're collecting 1,000 dividends. If it drops down to $30, which is where the low is, are you still collecting 1,000 dividends, or are you collecting less dividends? There's your question. You know, if you have 1,000 shares, regardless if you bought them for $1, if you bought them for $1,000, you're still getting 1,000 dividends. Okay? That's why I do dividend stocks. If I buy it at $64, which is where the high is, and she drops down to 30, which is the bottom right here, see what the bottom is? I'm still collecting 1,000 dividends. That's income coming in every single quarter, increasing every single year. Higher and higher dividends every single year. That's why I say never buy a stock you do not want to hold long term. I got no problem holding Citibank for a long time. I don't. Okay? Never sell at a loss. If I sell at a loss, it defeats the purpose. Okay? Make sure it has 20 years or more of increased dividends. There's plenty of those companies out there. Can you explain the difference between selling a stock and selling an option? Oh, yeah, that's easy. A stock is part ownership. You own part of the company. As soon as you buy a stock, a share, an equity, whatever you want to call it, when you buy a stock, you own part of the company. A small part of the company, but you are entitled to the profits. You are entitled to your share of the profit, especially with dividend stocks. That's why I do dividend stock, because I'm entitled to a share of the profits. Okay, I don't invest in stocks that don't pay a dividend because I'm at that point in my life where I want income. I don't care about stock appreciation. I really don't. Okay, I can't. I don't even know how to begin to explain to you how I don't care about the stock appreciation. I don't. I want the safe, predictable, consistent income of 1% per week. All right, can you explain the difference? Okay, so as I was saying, when you buy a stock, you own it until you sell it. Okay, whether you buy it low, sell it high, sell it low, you own it until you sell it. It never expires. However, all right, stock learn, give me a second, I'll explain that in a second. However, an option has an expiration date. The options that I sell expire on Friday. They only have 5 days of life. It's kind of like a mosquito, 5 days of life, and then you're dead. Do something or don't do something. A covered call. You buy a stock, okay? You buy a stock, you own the stock. You sell a covered call by selling somebody the right to buy it from you for the same price you paid for it, or by a certain price by a certain date. Kind of think of it as a non-refundable deposit. Let's say hypothetically you have a car in your front yard and you want to sell it. You want to sell it for $1,000. Great. Tom comes by and says, "Hey, I'll give you $1,000. Here's $100, non-refundable deposit. I'll come back on Friday." He comes back on Friday, takes it for $1,000. You get your $1,000 plus the non-refundable deposit. If he doesn't come back on Friday, you get to sell it next Monday and collect another premium. So covered call means you're safe, you're covered. It's the safest trading strategy there is. Okay, now back to Citigroup. The reason why I like Citigroup, okay, you have a bottom. People say, wait a minute, that's too cheap. Yeah, collect the dividends. If you want to. I collect premiums. I don't like dividends. Dividends means the stock's about to go down. Because every time they pay out a dividend, the stock price goes down equal to the amount of the dividend. That's why I like to be in and out before they pay the dividend. Okay, so here we go. Bottom of the year. I'm bottom of this time frame. Okay, that's too cheap. Let's buy some. Wait a minute. That's way too much. I ain't paying any more than that. I'm going to take my profits. And it goes down. Now it's down here again. Wait a second. That's where it was. Back over here. That's way too cheap. I'm going to stop buying again. It goes back up. It's in an accumulation stage right now. It's time to buy. Okay, great. Now, what does it normally do this time of year? For that, we look at the seasonality chart. The seasonality chart, look, see, we're right here. The blue line represents this year. The red line is 10 years worth of data. What does it normally do? Learn TOS when you feel comfortable. Make your live moves. Hey, way to go, LA. Okay, so here's where we are right now on the 20th, right there. Okay, next Friday is the 26th, which is right here. 24th, 25th, 26th, right there, 26th. Okay, you can't get any clearer now. We're right here. Okay, this is where we are now. The 26th is right up there. Now, this red represents 10 years worth of data. That's 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, blah, blah, blah. 10 years, average movement. Okay? From here, where we are today, to the 26th, it goes to the upside. 1 year chart look good, 90-day chart look good, 30-day chart look good, seasonality chart looks good. And let's not forget, they got the dividend coming up, not next Friday. Okay, next Friday is the 26th, the following Friday. I don't want to buy it on the 29th because that's going into the dividend, because the stock's going to go down after this date. Is it a good time to buy Tesla? No. Is it wise to invest $500,000 into a stock long term? I don't tell people what to do with their money. Okay? Okay, you don't tell me how to spend my money. I'm not going to tell you how to spend yours. If you have $500,000 you want to put it in stock long term, hey, more power to you. Okay? I like safe, predictable income. I will let you know that $500,000 is about what? $5,000 a week. Nvidia dip, no. I like M mode also. Okay, so anyway, perfect time to buy Citigroup. Don't need to own the stock before the record date. Well, it depends. It depends on what you want to do. If you want to collect a dividend, you have to own the stock before the EX date, on the date of record. Okay? So you have 4 dates to remember. 4. Okay? Looking at Citigroup. Okay, Citigroup is the 3rd of May. Okay, the dividend is 53 cents. The first date is the announcement date. Okay? They announced it on the 3rd of April. The next date is the EX date, the 3rd of May. The next date is the date of record, May 6th. The 4th date is the payment date when you actually get your money. That's on the 24th. Okay, 4 dates to remember. Announcement date, EX date, date of record, payment date. Buy before the EX date to collect the dividend. Me, I like to buy 2 weeks before the EX date so I get that 1% run up in the premium. Encourage more viewers to share. Wow. 1 day before the EX. Yep. So you don't collect the dividend. I don't like collecting the dividends. I'll take it if I have to. Now, I think I collected dividends 3 times this year, maybe 4 times this year. That's it. Okay, only 4 times this year. I prefer not to, because when you're going into the week of the dividend, okay, the week of the dividend, the stock has a tendency to go down. Now, for those you don't know, there's a possibility of a triple play. And what's a triple play? Well, a triple play is you buy it on Monday, okay? You sell the covered call to collect the premium, okay? You own the stock before the EX date. You qualify for the dividend. Now, if the stock goes up higher than the strike price that you sold, you get the difference between the purchase price and the strike price. Here's your triple play. How frequent do you get dividends in a year, and in what stock? All right, Gig Finger Earn Cash. You're new here. So do you go in 1 week before to get the... Now, I like to go 2 weeks before the EX date. Okay? Now, Citibank, or Citigroup, is next, not next Friday, but the Friday after. Okay? Now, I think we looked at it this week, and we didn't have any money to buy it. I didn't have any money to buy it, because all my money was tied up. And I did get my 1% this week, that much I do know, so don't worry about me. Okay, so then we went and we're going to take a look at it first thing Monday. Because to me, Citigroup is a nice buy. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Okay, now anytime I say I'm going to write it down and circle it, okay, I write it down and I circle it right up over here. I have 12 companies I have written down and circled. So Citigroup will be one I'm looking at on Monday. All right, so that being said, we're at 11:27. We are. Okay, so what shall we do next? Citigroup. ENB, we looked at MET. M-E-T. Metropolitan Life Insurance. When you buy, sell. I buy on Monday. I buy the stock on Monday. Buy the stock first thing Monday morning. Stock market opens at 9:30. I buy at 9:30 or 9:31. Okay, I sell the option at 9:30 or 9:31. I do both of them at the exact same time. It's called a covered call. Okay, I'll show you what it looks like on a stock here. Okay, now on Thinkorswim, you have the option to right here, covered stock. Okay, Mr. Jones, I'm showing you right now. You go to a covered stock, okay, and then I like the 59s. At 59, right there, buy it right there, and that pops up right there. That's the order. Now, I want to take a look at the order. Okay, so the order is buy, okay, you see it right here? Right there? Buy 10 covered C. Now, that's the Citigroup. The 100s, those are the weeklies. Okay, 26 April 24. That's for this coming Friday. The 59 call C, which is the 59 call and buying the stock. So I'm buying the stock and I'm selling the option at the exact same time. Let's take a look at the numbers. Okay, right here it says maximum profit, $800. Clear that, $800. And how much is it costing me? It's costing me $58,200. So I divide it by my purchase price, $58,200, and that gives me a grand total of 1.37% for the week. Doing covered calls on low dividend names is pointless. OG Trader, well, nice to you to put in your 2 cents. Covered calls on XLA put on some through, put my son through college. Well, alrighty then. XLU, you say. Let's get out of that one. Clear, delete. Let's go back to here. Let's go to here. XLU. Select Sports ETF. Cool beans. I love doing covered calls on ETFs because they're nice. But, you know, that's good. Good for you. But, OG Trader TV, okay, I get a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week using pre-qualified dividend stocks. Funny thing about ETFs, okay, they all don't pay dividends. And if they don't pay dividends, what happens if it goes down? You don't collect anything, okay? Now, I don't know if that pays a dividend. Let's find out. XLU. Okay. All right. Utilities select sector. Oh, it's a spider fund. Cool. All right, so look at the dividends. 52, 60, 59, 40, 44. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, nice. 1999. So 99 to 24, that's 25 years of increased dividends. I mean, yeah, that's nice. I like that one. Interesting. Cool. I like that. I'm going to have to write that down on my list for an ETF. Now, let's find out other things. Nextera Energy, Southern Company, Duke Energy, Constellation Energy, American Electric, Sempra, Dominion Energy, Exelon Corporation, PG&E Corporation, Public Service Electric. Interesting. Not bad at all. So let's go back to here. Now, $65.50. Okay, so the only problem I'm seeing, OG Trader, with this, at the money right now, okay, 65.53. The 65.50s is going for 54 cents a share. That's less than 1%. So, if I do Macy's, Nordstrom's, General Electric, AT&T, Home Depot, any of those companies, they give me 1%. But XLU doesn't give me 1%, which is a better deal. Okay? You say you put your son through college with this, great, but it's paying less than 1% per week. This week, okay? I don't know what it did last week. I don't know what it did the week before. But at this moment in time, and let's take a look at this. Okay, nice run up, high there, pulled back there. Okay, so your 30-day high is at 66, and we're at 65. Okay, we're at 65.43. Okay, that's $1.70. You only got $1.70 to move before you're challenging a 30-day high. So for me, I'm going to go for no for XLU. That's just my opinion. For me, because it's not paying 1%. Okay, why would I buy XLU if it's not paying me 1%? whereas Citigroup is paying me more than 1%. Macy's is paying me 2%. So when I say it's all about the numbers, it's all about the numbers, and this one doesn't work. But I'm glad you like covered calls. Doing covered calls on low dividend names is pointless. I'm glad you think it's pointless. One less person I need to worry about. Opinions on Tesla is a no. It's very low volatility, so I definitely see your point there. Trade-off is dividend. Yeah, but I don't really like going for the dividend. I like the dividend being there because the stocks have a tendency to go up just before the dividend is paid. Okay, it's kind of like, you know, a traffic signal. Hey, it's a good time to buy. Wait a second, no, maybe not. But XLU, no, not this week. I don't know when they pay out their dividend, though. So let's go back and check out. Dividends only, March, December, June. Okay, so not going to pay their dividend until June. We're in April, May, June. So we got 8-9 weeks to go before XLU is paying out their dividend. My opinion on Tesla is no. Sorry, Squidward. Okay, dividend. Tesla doesn't pay dividends, so it's a no. Yes, the trading platform isn't Charles Schwab. Yep, you're correct. Meta's no. Meta's got another what? 18, 19. No, Meta's got 19 years to get onto my list. Investing versus trading. I guess you're in it for a week. I'm in it for 12-month minimum. Nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, you want to buy a stock and hold on to it for 12 months. That's great. All right. So what is the yield on that one anyway? Just curious. Okay. So you're buying XLU and you're getting a 3.3% yield. And you're okay with that? No problem. All right, OG Trader, investing versus trading. Okay. How do you decide what percent of your portfolio you put in each position? Oh, I got 6 portfolios. Okay, 6 accounts. Okay. The 2 that I share with you are evenly spaced. Okay, so if I'm doing 5 positions, it's 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%. If I'm doing 4 positions, it's 25%, 25%, 25%. I like to keep them even. I hope that answers that question. Meta's a no. Okay. Oops, wait a second. What do you think about UPS? UPS is on my list. Oh, Brian, you bought PFE. Awesome. Pfizer is on my list also. Yeah, short-term capital gains have radicalized me. Okay, I don't pay taxes at all. So I don't know if you're good on that one or not. Okay, all depends on how you have your account set up. Okay, if you have your account set up in your own personal name, then you got to worry about capital gains. If you have the account set up in a corporation account, then you have to worry about what do you call it? Corporate taxes, which are usually less than personal taxes. If you have your account set up in a corporate account in a wait. Hold on a second, what's the right word? Pension fund. Okay, if it's in a corporate account in a pension fund, you don't have to pay any taxes until you start taking the money out. But then again, all depends on how you have your corporation, how you have your trading situation set up. Okay, and for that, I definitely tell people talk to a tax strategist or a tax planner. Tell you the best way to do your trading to make you what's best suited for you. Are you the guy from the movie? Actually, I was in 3 movies years ago. I used to be an actor years ago. And a model, you know, kind of options. Opinions on trading based on FDA. Yeah, you asked this question last night. That's a very specific question. Opinions on trading based on FDA approval schedule. That's kind of like insider trading. If you have somebody who works at the FDA, oh, this is coming up for consideration. That's kind of like inside trading, isn't it? And no, I don't pay attention to that. Igor, Igor Kagdala. Each week, yes, I do it every week. Zim is a super high dividend of 166. Yeah, I looked at Zim before. It does not pay 166%. It doesn't. Okay, there's no possible way any company can pay 166 every single year. A single company. Okay, Zim has a dividend of 0. So how can you possibly say they pay 166%? Okay, Yahoo Finance, it's up to date. There is final decision date for each stock. Thanks for the answer. It's worth repeating that the idea is not to collect the dividend. Yes, it is. Too much medical jargon for us in those trials. I have no idea what you're talking about in the trials. LA Soundwave, how can we make money if we have already sold the stock instead of keeping it? You just buy something else. I think that's a pretty good answer. I don't know. Oh, look at this. We're at 11:40. I'm usually done at 11:30. So I'm going to call it a night, guys. Is UNH a goodbye? You have to tell us what movies you were in, please. I thought I saw you the other day. No, I was in, hold on a second. Police Academy. That was back in the 80s. Yeah, I was a model back in the 80s. Appreciate the advice, boss. Hope I can tune in for longer next time. I'm here every night, 9 p.m. Okay, 9 p.m. every night. Same bat time, same bat channel. Batman. I'm a 70s cop, 60s and 70s kid. Awesome. Thank you so much. I must be remembering it then. I knew you looked familiar. Yeah, no, you didn't actually see me in the movies. I was in the background.